Hi, welcome back to Job Opportunity, and today we are back with another great new episode in store for you guys. Today we have Mr. Jay Kim, who is a Principal Solutions Architect. Today we're going to be asking him a few questions about his job. So, as I said in the intro, your title is Principal Solutions Architect. Could you just briefly explain what that is and what your job is in a nutshell?
Yeah, in a nutshell, I sell technology products for businesses and technology services. And so we have, Fortune 500 companies that we sell to. So I'm part of that sales team that I interface with customers, I interface with vendors to provide them a solution. And then we provide proposals, quotes, and all part of the sales process. We take them out to lunch, take them out to dinner, and make sure that we build a relationship with the customer and make sure they're taken care of.
The next question I have for you is, what was the academic pathway you took to get where you are today?
That's a great question. When I first started with Cal Poly Pomona, I was actually a math major, and I wanted to become an engineer, like a mechanical or electrical engineer. But then this new program came up in the School of Business called Computer Information Systems, and didn't know too much about it, so I started taking classes. And I think in my third year, I started an internship at the gas company. And I only picked that internship because it was a paying internship. The other internships, they didn't pay. And this is where I met my mentor. And my mentor and I actually worked at 4 different companies. And that's why I like, mentoring other young engineers as well, because I know, coming into this work environment and industry could be challenging. And so it just makes it a lot easier if you have a mentor.
So the next question I have is, what does an ordinary day look like for you?
So since we're in sales, we're really dictated by the customer and their schedule. And so a lot of times I could have meetings in the morning with them. I could have, lunch meetings with them. I would come back, think about, what they're trying to solve for, their business problems, and then I would put together a solution. So I'll do a lot of research. I will go and put quotes together, budgets together. So it gives them an idea of what the solution can look like. So I would a lot of time visualize it and put it in diagrams, and then also provide quotes so that they'll know how much that solution is, how much that solution will be for what services. So I would put together a level of effort. So if I'm going to be doing services, we want to know exactly what we're going to be providing to the customer, and so that they could sign off on it.
So could you just describe briefly what are the most difficult aspects of your job and what are the most rewarding parts?
So I'll start off with the difficult parts. Since we're dealing with customers, a lot of different customers, we're really at the mercy of their timing. And a lot of times in sales, it's very difficult because you're not going to get that sale all the time. You're up against competition, you're up against, budget. So maybe we put it together a solution that's maybe too expensive so they can't buy it. And so that's the toughest part. Is I think the success rate in sales is probably, 30%. So imagine you're putting together solutions and you're only winning 30% of the time. On the flip side, if you do win that sale, it is rewarding because then you get a chance to build a relationship with the customer. And I think that's kind of like the most rewarding part of the job, is building relationships with people.
And so the next question I have for you, we're close to wrapping up here, don't want to take too much of your time. What are the qualities that you think are required for someone to be in the same position as you are today?
So to be a good salesperson, you have to have a good idea of what you're selling. So you have to have technical knowledge of the products as well as services. So my advice is, before you get into sales, becoming an engineer. And when you become an engineer, you're involved in the day-to-day aspects of actually putting together that solution. So you're on the keyboard, you're actually plugging in the cables, and you're on site. And once you do that for at least 10 years, then I think then you can make that transition into sales. And because now you have all this experience about that technology, and then it's just so much easier to talk about that technology to customers and pitch it to them. If you don't understand the technology and you're trying to sell it, then people are going to obviously see right through you. So my advice to you or anyone that's thinking about going into technology sales is first go into technology, becoming an engineer, become good at it, and then you're going to become good into whatever you want to do. So it could be management, it could be sales, or you could even continue in technology. A lot of my peers are still in technology as engineers. But again, I don't want to travel and I don't want to do those late night cutovers. So sales, another aspect of technology is also your communication skills. Do you like working with people? Can you stand in front of a group of people and explain in a presentation what that technology will solve their business problem? If you're comfortable with communication skills and building personal relationships, then that kind of completes the picture of what a technology salesperson is. So you have the technical ability, but also you have the ability to connect with customers on a personal level and build that relationship with them. So that makes it a complete solutions architect in my mind.
Wow. Well, what an amazing way to cap off this great interview with that amazing advice right there. Thank you so much, Mr. Kim, for coming on today and sharing just your knowledge with us and everyone that is watching. Thank you so much.